Hey, welcome
Hey.
everyone. Welcome, Jamie. I'm so excited that you're here
Yay.
today.
Yay.
Yay. All right. So, do I have another echo? Please. No. Hello, hello.
No,
Okay, good.
I,
Um,
we're good.
if you're just jumping in, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, let me know, hashtag replay. Today we're going to be talking about Jamie, how she made $50,000 with her Facebook group, the Facebook group journey. If you guys are all about monetizing your Facebook groups, let me know in the comments. And we're gonna dive into Jamie's story today. So before we get into that, guys, remember that cart actually closed yesterday. If you already booked a call with the team, make sure that you do show up because you lock in on your Ignite price and make sure that you get in. So congratulations to Cassie for coming into Ignite yesterday, and so is Dave. So congratulations, you guys. We're gonna have an amazing time, and enrollment starts on the 17th, as in class starts on the 17th. All right, so welcome, Jamie. Thank you so much for hopping in and hanging out with me today. I'm so happy that you're here. For those of my audience who don't know who you are, can you give me a little bit of an origin story of what made you get into this crazy world of being an expert and actually getting delivering the value and getting financially abundant because of it, as well as being able to serve your audience. So how did you get into this crazy world?
Oh, whoa. Into your crazy world or the crazy world?
into this crazy world, and then how do you get into our crazy world?
Okay. Okay. So, actually, my business started in 2011 when I quit my day job and I bought a one-way ticket to America. And I had no idea for how long I was going to be there or what I was going to do there. I just knew that I wanted to go home because I was born there. And so I went to Austin, Texas. I bought a van and I drove into the desert all by myself for 3 months with my laptop and my phone, which didn't work there. So, so I was like deep in the desert for 3 months. And then when I got tired of all that, I went out to the West Coast and I settled and I started my business. And it didn't quite take off, but I was, scrambling by for a few years until 2019 when my business really skyrocketed. It was like I had 10K month after 10K month, and it was just expanding. And I thought my business was going to grow into heaven, and I was so happy. And I got into 2020 and my business crashed.
Oh no.
I wasn't making any money at all. I was
Can you
in
tell
debt.
us a little bit, like, what happened? Business crashed because of the economy. Hey guys, if you've
No,
ever had your business just die on you, I have plenty of businesses crash, by the way, Jamie.
yeah. Well, it would have been really easy to blame Corona and all that, the economy, but that isn't the truth. The truth is that I didn't have business systems that were sustainable and ready for growth. And so I kind of hit a ceiling, and I hit it so hard that I just crashed, went to the floor, and I wasn't able to get up. So I think I spoke with you. I actually stumbled upon you. I don't know how it came into my life. It was like you were just all of a sudden you were just there, and we started talking, and somehow you got me on a strategy call. And I was like, I knew that you were going to sell me something, and I just couldn't resist, and I knew I didn't have any money. I was broke. And you give so much value. I mean, I had more value from that one strategy call where you actually enrolled me into ChromeBoss first than I had with any coach the entire year of 2020. So I don't know where I found the money. I found the money and I signed into ChromeBoss. And right after our first call, I signed up my first $5,000 client, just like that. It was, I don't know where that came from either, but that's what I did. And I thought, okay, if just talking to Kim for 30 minutes is going to get me business, I better enroll in the rest of the program as well. So I signed up with you for Ignite. I maxed out my entire deposit of money again. And I made the next sales was an 8K sales for one single client. And it paid out the entire program. And after that, I think I just really gained back the belief in myself. And I started implementing all your systems. I thought, if just talking to you is going to make me money, I better implement those systems before I do anything else. And remember, all this money is made in Norway, and we are just 5 million people. It's like, it's like not marketing outside of Manhattan. So it's your systems work pretty well. So I just implemented, and I started making money, and I have actually paid off my debt.
Yay! Hurrah!
So yeah, from now on, it's just pure. I don't know, what do you say? Pure bliss.
Pure bliss. Pure bliss. So guys, and if you guys are here hopping in live, hey, Rose Jean from the Philippines, watching from the Philippines. We come from all over the world. We are definitely very international bunch here. And one of the things that you mentioned was, and by the way, that's amazing, Jamie. I'm so glad that one conversation with me gave you the confidence to go and be able to enroll others. But I think it is because you chose to invest in yourself when you didn't have the money. I invested in myself when I didn't have it either. But what it did was number one, besides the information and implementation, it gave me permission to go after my dreams. Why would anyone invest in you when you don't invest in yourself? It's a really hard push, and it's something that if you invest in yourself easily, you're going to attract people that's like, okay, let's go. Let's do this.
But I remember the second call we had, Kim, which afterwards I thought, oh my God, this is funny because this time I was contacting you. No, you contacted me first. And I said, no, I'm good with ChromeBoss. I'm good. And I was thinking, no, I'm not. I need Ignite.
Honey, just take it. I'm ready to go.
That was funny.
Yeah, and I remember, I think you told me like, oh, I did $13,000, Kim, and then you just kept on winning. There was a period in between that I'm like, oh my gosh, you're at $50,000. That's amazing. You paid off your debt. You went through enrolling clients that pay for the entire program itself. That's such an amazing journey. So I want to ask, before you jump into Ignite, did you enroll in a bunch of other programs? Did you invest, but not like at that level, smaller, teeny programs? I kind of want to figure out what is it that made that shift, that difference. And you said one call, which sounds very cool. But I want to know, you said the systems are good. Let me know, what is it about like the Jamie before coming into this world, and then like what Ignite actually gave you. What was your experience like? What was that actual change?
Yeah, so I have invested the same amount one time before. That was in 2013. And that was how to actually start your business program, because I didn't know anything about business or business strategies or anything. So going into that program was actually really good for me. And that was also a program that certified me as a business coach in the first place. So I got two things in one. But a lot of the things that we learned there, they would give me a sustainable business. But I think I was just tired of everything when 2020 came along, and I realized that the systems that I had been using, they weren't working anymore, and I needed to renew myself. Or it probably wasn't even the systems that were wrong. It was probably just I was really bored, and I couldn't I couldn't find the excitement and the enthusiasm to go on doing the same thing that I had been doing all the time, and I needed something new. So I was, the whole year of 2020 was like investing in really small things that I thought would just change something for me. And like, they really didn't change anything. They just made me more broke. And and this is what I actually teach to my clients, and I was still doing it myself, and I felt like this fraud, and no, everything was just going down the drain. So I needed that shift.
Yeah. And you said you got bored. Let's get into like more specifics. What is it? Number one, what is it that you teach? What are the techniques? And you said that you taught in another language as well. You weren't even coaching in English. So for those of you who are like, hey, my audience is actually Spanish speakers. My audience is actually another type of ethnicity, nationality. Can I still do this? And the answer is, yeah, you can. Jamie is
Yeah.
an example.
Yeah, I am doing this in Norwegian, and Norwegian is a really small language. I mean, it's not even as big as Spanish. So yeah, it can be done for sure. So what actually changed it for me, what made the big shift for me was that I think I told you that this in the first strategy call, that I had this lifelong dream that I wanted to build my own app. And every time I tried, and it was just way too expensive. It was like 100,000 or more. And I was like, where do I even begin? I didn't even have an idea. And then you came along and said, hey, why don't you just start with Chrome extensions? And I'm like, oh, I hardly knew they existed. And I would never think that I would make one. And now I am. So, so it was like, that was part of the big shift, that I just saw that things can be done in a different way. And I set up the automation of my Facebook group, and actually have made my clients change their Facebook language into English so they can use the extensions, and they are automating their groups, and it's just blooming. It's awesome.
Yeah. So what I hear is something that can be complicated, that can be confusing and vague, can be, when you had a conversation with me, it's like, hey, it can be simple. You can do this. And here's the first steps. And it made that overwhelm like crunch down, so that you can actually get out of your own way and go and do the thing. Is that what?
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like part of a coach's duty or leader's duty, as you lead your tribe as well, is to take something that can be complicated, can be overwhelming, can be scary, into something that can be life-changing if they only step forward into it. And it doesn't have to be this huge, gigantic thing. It could be just the very next step.
For sure.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about like very specifically inside Ignite. How was your experience with the coaching? I know for the 5-day training that we do, it's mostly just me and my face. I think I should bring on my team to come and go live with me, but they don't.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't experience my team as much as they're in the messages and they're answering questions. How was your experience? Like just experiencing me, which you said was good, but what about the support of the support you get inside of Ignite?
It's really great. Anytime I have any questions, they get answered within, well, they said within a day, but my experience is within an hour or two, but tops. I mean, they are awesome. And they take their time to do more than just fire off a single answer. They make sure that you are okay with the answer, that you are ready to move on and get going, and that you're not stuck. And so I've been really happy about that.
Amazing.
All of them. I haven't, I started I started rebuilding my business systems really fast. So I haven't been to all the calls. I have failed a little bit there, but
no,
I have
that's not failure. That's not failure.
There is so much, and it's like a smorgasbord. What do you say?
Smorgasbord.
You can just pick and mix and match for whatever you desire. I mean, it's really awesome.
Yeah, and I want to speak about how what we've seen is that we don't want you to have to spend like 10 hours, 20 hours consuming a lot of information, having to show up on every single call for you to have success. You can choose what it is that you need, and then you implement. That's the very important thing. You implement, you go. And so I don't see you not showing up to every single call as failure. I see that as, oh my gosh, you're rocking it, and you only need a few components, golden nuggets that you take away.
Yeah.
And you start implementing, and you're more an action taker and less a consumer. Like I didn't want you to sit and consume a bunch of videos or a bunch of coaching sessions before you act. You act while you're consuming, and your action is most of what you're doing. So
it's really great though, because anytime if there is something I need to, if I need to implement a new piece to get going again, it's always in the members portal, either with swipe files or movies or places where you can put in a keyword and something comes out, and then it's like 10 minutes or 30 minutes and I'm good to go again. And if I'm not, I can ask my concierge.
concierge. Sounds so premium.
Oh, it's the Norwegian way.
So guys, the reality is you don't need to enroll 100 people at high ticket for you to pay off your debt, for you to get out of being broke, for you to really serve your people. You only need a few people to say yes to you for you to have that intense momentum moving forward. Because how did it feel when you got like that 5K client, just right after the call? Like that
oh wow.
How did that make you feel?
I was like, okay. I actually, I had that before, and then I had been a year without, so to speak. And when that came back again, it was like I just clicked back into place, and I was ready to go again. But I remember when she said, yeah, sure, I felt like saying, are you sure? I didn't do that though, but I really felt like, are you sure? And she was like, when can we begin? And yeah, we can begin. When is good for you? And I was a little bit surprised, but really, really, really happy. And I felt for the first time in a long time, I felt that, yeah, I can build a business again. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And you said there was a whole year of you not doing that, of like this year
Almost.
of drought, almost a year.
Yeah.
So that's a really powerful moment for you to say, I'm back at it again. This is
Oh yeah.
something I can do again.
And
And
you know, Kim, it only took one client. And I think that's what it was like when I got my first client all those years ago too. That when somebody said yes to me and was paying me money, I had a business like overnight. It was just like when you need to get used to taking money for what you do, and then you can just continue doing it.
yeah. And it was an easy yes. And I remember my experience with you. My experiences with you were easy yeses. It was just like, okay, let's go. All right, let's do it. So it's not a surprise to me that you are getting easy yeses to people coming and getting help from you.
Thank you.
And what's amazing is that you have the ability to do it all along, the ability to go and help your people this entire time. And it wasn't until it's kind of like unlocking yourself so you can forge that income for that value and be able to do this really no matter where you are in the world.
Sure.
And I remember when you said you moved you were in the desert for a long time. For 2 years of my life, I can relate to that because all I did was rock climb and sleep in the desert. I have like 20 pictures. I have 20 pictures of me sleeping on rocks, just like all over the place, just this rock, that rock, taking these naps. That's when I first started like climbing more, and I didn't even have the stamina or energy. I would go out there, climb a little bit, and I would have to take a nap. So the desert hobo life for me, it was very hobo because I was sleeping on the rocks. It was something I can relate to. Absolutely. So I want to get into like the details. You said, hey, I started implementing the system. What does the system mean to you? Versus let's say that you go and you watch a bunch of YouTube videos, or let's say you're like, you don't come into Ignite, you go and you consume the free things out there. What does systems mean to you? Because you could have just, I don't know, just watch a bunch of 5-day trainings and that's it, and not come in, or just consume little by little the free things and not come in. Can you tell me the difference in terms of what you actually picked up?
Yeah. From Ignite, it's an entire, what do I call that? It's an entire hub.
Suite?
It's an entire hub.
Okay.
Of knowledge and systems and structure and timing and coaches who've got your back. And if anything goes wrong, I know that you are on top of things and always there. And yeah, it's like it's a full school for business structures and business systems. So what it gave me was the security of going out there, knowing for a fact that what I was teaching, what I was doing, the way I was doing it now is not only sustainable to me, but also to my clients, which made a world of difference to me. I was no longer insecure of what I was teaching them. I knew that I knew what I was standing for. I knew exactly what I was doing. And I also knew that if I stumble and fall, I have somebody in my corner to help me to get back into the right place really quickly. And Ignite is the program that gives you all that. So this is awesome.
Wow. So what I hear is that it gave you security. You don't have to scramble to figure out what it is that you're going to tell your clients, how you're going to teach your clients, because the knowledge is sound. The knowledge has been proven again and again for other people that you saw inside the program as well. You're like, okay, this stuff works. So if I
For sure.
this, then
another thing, Kim, that I need to say is that it supported the systems I already had. And I have a feeling that it didn't matter so much what kind of systems or what kind of knowledge that I was teaching. This system goes outside and underneath and on top of that and just wraps everything in and helps me serve my knowledge to my people in a way that that is really logical and easy to implement for them, and definitely easy for me to teach. Like it just makes the teaching I already do easier to do. Does that make sense?
Yes. It's not only like information that you have to change your own world around to fit.
No.
It supports what you already have and complements what you have. So one of the things that I get asked is like, Kim, I'm already doing all these, do I have to learn something completely new? Is this something so foreign? And I already have coaches over here, and I invested in like 3 other coaches already. And then they come in and they're like, whoa, this is so different than my coaches, because it's actual like substance that they get, and they walk away with solutions. So one of the biggest thing I want to say is, even you're perfect if you have already invested in other programs and they're not working. Like if you're in other programs and it's been months and months and all you got was like clarity, or 2 months, 3 months, and you're not moving, or you're moving very slowly, this is Ignite is where you can come in and we diagnose what's going on, and then we turn your ship around. So I think that's really important, especially since people invest really at all points throughout the year in their life with like multiple programs, multiple coaches. And what I didn't want Ignite to be was just another coaching program. I wanted us to be a let's fix what hasn't been working type of program. And what hasn't been working for a lot of people is not enrolling clients, toiling away on their Facebook group journey and not really having people say yes to them, or selling and feeling like, I don't know if I can deliver, or like selling and feeling like, oh man, this is not congruent with who I am, my values and beliefs. So now that you have this power and you're back at it, what is the future for Jamie? Like, what is that aspiration that has changed? And tell me the difference as like before you got into Ignite and Chromebus, and then like now, what is that? What's the vision of success for you? Let's say like a year from now, where do you see yourself?
I was struggling with taking my coaching systems online in an international audience, or for an international audience. And of course, a lot of my things were in Norwegian, and I have spent a lot of time and money to translate, to get this translated into a good kind of English language. And most of my systems are translated now, and I actually believe that I can do this. I started building my Facebook group in English, and I actually think I can do this international as well, because I can do the same thing now. I couldn't do that before, but after implementing like the whole backup system and the support system that Ignite is giving me, it's really easy to do this in English, and that's new for me. And I'm going to take advantage of it. I have set a date for after the summer to do my first launch, and before that, I'm just building my audience, and so, and I can still maintain my Norwegian audience, which like now I don't even need to merge them or combine them. I can just do the same thing twice. And it's not like working 24/7. It's a normal workday. I can serve 2 markets in a normal workday.
That's great. So you don't feel burnt out, and you don't feel overwhelmed, and that's amazing.
Not anymore.
Oh, that makes me feel so good. to go from broke and stress and shut down my business, it's too much, to, well, I actually open a whole other world over here that I can do, and I can do this, and I have done it. You've done over 50. You've done 50,000 in sales. I want to dig also into the details. What was your road to 50K? You got like a 5K client, 8K client. I'm not good at math, so I'm not gonna expect you to be good at math. But can you tell me that journey throughout? Like, how did you get to that number?
Yeah, so first, that was the 2 first clients, and then I opened up the membership that I wanted to open up for so long and didn't do, because I didn't think anybody would enroll, because I was so broke and so down that I didn't think nobody's gonna buy anything from me again. But now people started buying from me, and all of a sudden I had 42 people in my membership. And it was like, well, where did they all come from? And even people I had never heard about before, they had been like in my group for 10 minutes. They heard one live and they signed up for my membership. I was like, what is happening? So that was quite a chunk of the money. And then I thought, why not open up my money archetype course again? I couldn't do the money archetype course when I wasn't making money, because then I would really feel like a fraud. But now I could open it up again. And so I did, and I got clients there too. And all of a sudden it came out to 52-ish K. Yeah.
Wow. That's something that's really important. Because I do get asked this question. You're like, Kim, do I have to do this big launch? Do I have to do this? No, you can enroll clients along the way. For you, you're like, let's open a membership program. You got 42 people in there. And then, and what's really important is, I hear this all the time. How can I teach it if I don't have that success already? And your path is, let me do one thing at a time, and then get that success. And then I can open up the programs that's about money making, because you've made money now and you're like no longer feeling like a fraud. Because there's, we consume for the past years of our life knowledge from ClickFunnels, from this, from that, all around making income online. And unless we make this chunk, if we teach it, like the information you teach is still good, it's still valid, but you feel like, how can I teach this if I don't already have done all that? And that's one of the things that stops a lot of Facebook group owners that I've seen. They're like, I have all this knowledge that's downloaded into my brain and it's just sitting there, And I know it's good information, but I'm going to feel bad if I tell people to learn from me,
Yeah,
even though the information is good, right?
of course.
So
I
what,
mean, and
Mhm.
I think one of the truths out there that is stopping not just me but a lot of people is that, and I don't really believe in this anymore, but I used to. You can't take somebody to a place you haven't been yourself.
Mm.
And but then I was starting to think that when I worked in corporate Norway, I handled budgets of millions, millions and millions. And I took other leaders way above me to places I had never been and probably never will go. And made sure that they succeeded. And I'm thinking, of course you can take people to places you haven't been. You just need knowledge about how to get there and teach it. And they will find the resources to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. And how come how come it still felt that way? You've already taken people far beyond. You haven't walked in their shoes, but you know the tools to teach them. But and a lot of us, when we step out on our own, I think that's a big thing. We step out on our own, we're like, all of a sudden the rules change. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's oh, hey Neen. Neen says value bomb, right? This is a big realization.
Yeah.
Why is it that when we work for other people, we can go and increase their income or increase their profit by millions?
Yeah.
And then we step out on our own and we're like, no way can we really teach that,
No, of
because we
course we
haven't
can.
walked that ourselves.
It's so, I know that now because I thought about it. But I was actually buying into the truth in the coaching world online that you can't take people where you haven't been yourself. And I really had to go back to my corporate brain to realize that, of course, I can. I've done it a number of times. And I think that saying that you can't take somebody where you haven't been yourself is forgetting that your clients are actually resourceful people and that they will dig into their resources once you start teaching your gold. And that's really important.
Yeah.
And that's what you do in Ignite. So I think that's why I succeeded so tremendously and so fast when I started Ignite, because you realize that all your clients are resourceful people, and you just need to find that key and turn it around, and people are ready to go.
Yeah. That it's a realization for me when I started doing teaching high ticket, asking, really, when you say high ticket, it's really a bargain. It's an absolute bargain to invest 4 figures in order to possibly earn multiple 6 figures a year and completely change your entire life for the rest of your life, not knowing that with the comfort of your home, with your computer, the seat that you're sitting in, that you can forge more income in the short amount of time than most people make in a year. I think that is a really good deal to me.
It's awesome.
So when I started doing that, which is, I'm gonna give these people amazing deals right now, and it all it took for me was to sit down and with a piece of paper and some bullet points and saying, I'm gonna provide this, this, and this. And when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out there and tell someone that this is something, because we take for granted how powerful we are, how long we've lived, the decades of experience that's already in your head. You yourself is like, in the corporate world, you help people make millions. That is so powerful. You're such a powerhouse already. And I think in coaching programs, the biggest gift we give is the gift of not only our systems and information, but realization that every single individual, you are so powerful. And I think we are told to stay in line, to do the job, to really really ask for the raise, and if they say no, then okay, work a little bit harder, and kind of like climb something. When you step out and you're your own and you help others, it's this it's unleashing all this power within you that you've
For sure.
already had for so many years.
Yeah.
So I had a client who was in the corporate world, and she's like, Kim, when I came into my own, it felt like it's the first time I took a breath of fresh air. I'm coming up out of the water to breathe, because of the things that happen when you're in the world of, okay, I need to ask for permission, I need to do this and I need to do that, and it's not all on you, and it's not you coming into your own. So I think that's one of the biggest gifts that as coaches we give to our people, whether it's health related, wealth, or relationship,
Sure.
just any of that. So okay, I'm like going off on a tangent now. I'm like, yes, I have these moments of realization, but I feel it through and through. But having a conversation with you, Jamie, it's I don't know, it just
This
gives
is
me that
cool.
relaxation.
Yeah, so this is good. So I don't know. My next step is actually, for the first time in my business, I found a business partner that I can actually work with, and we are starting to carve out new, let's see what we can do together. So I think that's going to be really, really good. And you were actually the ignite of that too, because you said to me once that, Jamie, when I first started reaching out to people and started talking to people and started to share things, that's when things actually really started to roll. And I was thinking, oh, I wish I had a business partner. And you know what it's like when you send something out there, it comes back. So I'm actually getting a business partner, and I think we're gonna go places. So this is awesome.
Amazing. Yeah, it to me always having another team member, having a business partner, having someone that has your back. Together you can do it. I mean, by yourself alone you can do it, but with
Yeah,
other people you can get there way faster.
for
You will
sure.
have time, and it's fun. I had one of my person that I hired. She's one of my clients. I hired her to go and interview and find team members. And she's like, Kim, what is it that you truly want? And I said, to wake up every single week, excited to have people surrounded by people who are super happy and really like kind of crazed to serve our people and excited about the projects ahead. And she's like, yeah, you can have that. And for the longest time, I it was like a lot of ups and downs in terms of hiring the right people, things like that. I didn't get help. It was until I got help with the hiring process and everything like that that made me go, whoa, like this is possible. And so in a way she's like a coach, even though she's my client. So it you just never know how big your world can expand when you get help. You just
Yeah.
never know. So
And
go ahead.
yeah, there's another misunderstanding I was thinking about now that you said it.
Mhm.
It's like you have to know more than your clients in all areas of life and business and everything, in order to um, be entitled to teach them. And that's also a huge misunderstanding in in a lot of the online world. I'm not saying that everybody's thinking that, but I've heard people talk as if they think so. So, or as if that is their conviction. So, I just want to say that you don't really need to know anything more than your clients at all. You just need to know that one little piece that they don't know. Like,
Yeah.
if you only knew how to find somebody who could make a Chrome extension and you taught me that, you would teach me something I didn't know. So that's all that it takes, actually, to know just a little bit. Be one step ahead within one certain area of coaching, and you're good.
Yeah, because coaching, it's to me it's a transference of energy. It's
Yeah.
to and that transference of energy, that confidence that's like, oh yeah, just do that. Just do that one thing. Um it has the force to change a life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're really doing. We're transferring our energy and our confidence and our that knowledge that to a person so that they could say, I don't need to know 100%. I think that's a great gift. They don't need to have all their I's dotted, all their T's crossed for them to become this better version of themselves, and for them to step into this person that they get to be, that person that they wanted to be for a long time. It's just that
Yeah.
they were never nudged in that direction, or they were discouraged again and again, and they feel so like by themselves on this journey. And being someone who owns your own business, leading your own movement, it can be a lonely journey. That's why so many people just give up along the way. So that's the power of you serving your people, Jamie. And
I think being in Ignite is a game changer that way too, because it's you and the coaches and the knowledge base and all of that, but it's also the community with knowledge, strong, awesome people who always reach out if you need something. So it's great.
awesome. With that said, if someone was on the fence to come into Ignite, what would you say to them in your own way? Like, this is what I would say. And also after that, let's talk about where they can go to find you, and all the places they can go to follow you, Jamie.
If they're on the fence for Ignite, don't be on the fence. Nothing is happening on the fence. get down and get going, really in the direction of getting in Ignite. I really recommend it. It's been like I've said this entire hour, it's been a huge game changer for me. It's changed my view on my business. It's changed my business for sure. It's changed me. I mean, I changed, and everything became easier, and I feel, yeah, more secure. Like you said, I know that I'm not going to crash. I'm really confident about that, and Ignite is awesome.
Yay.
No need to be on the fence. Get down.
Get down, come on in.
Yes.
And then also, Jamie, where can they go find you? What is like the website, or where do they message you? And what's your handle?
So I wrote it here, there. The
Yes.
Big Impact. It's a Facebook group that is called The Big Impact, and it's also my webpage. And bear with me because it's being constructed in English. I don't think it would benefit much from visiting me in my Norwegian sites. So this is my English site for now, and also have a Facebook page that is called The Business Revolution.
All right. The Business Revolution, The Big Impact. Jamie, Norwegian or English, she can help you. So I'm really excited for you, Jamie. I'm excited for the rest of the year. You have us for the rest of the year. And I'm excited to see your numbers keep on increasing and
Thank
getting you on
you.
again when you're at 100K, 200K. I'm really excited for the future ahead. And thank you so much for joining me today and hanging out with me.
Thank you so much for having me, and thanks. Thank you.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna put you back in the green room and
Yay,
have a
bye.
wonderful day, Jamie. Bye. Hey guys, so I have about 5-ish minutes left before I gotta hop off. So if you did book a call with us, make sure that you click on the link above to schedule a call. We have 2 spots left to come into Ignite, so make sure that you schedule the call, you go and you have a conversation. Again, a lot of times we're looking to see if you're a good fit, because if you have been struggling, if you feel like this journey is so tough and that you're back at zero, and you really want to get back into it, or you're sitting on this group and you haven't really monetized it, I have the systems. We have 7 coaches inside of our program. We are here for you, and it is a burp. It is a 5-figure investment, and 4-figure to enter in order for us to change the course of your group growth journey. But really, it's about who do you get to become on this journey that excites us and excites me the most. Just like Jamie, she's like, my business has changed, my life has changed, and I do know so many group owners, so many of subscribers of GroupConvert has been struggling to monetize their group, and the struggle doesn't have to last for months and months more, years and years. Let us come on into our world and let us help you. Other than that, you can install GroupConvert itself, the extension. If you haven't dive into it already, groupconvert.com. If you want to schedule a call, it is you can go to groupconvert.com/ignite. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Go ahead and book the call. One more thing. We're opening up the doors and the tickets. We're going to be announcing and emailing this to GroupConvert Live in Vegas in August. So August the 19th to the 22nd, go ahead and save the date. We're opening up, it's going to be at a mansion, and we're opening up tickets for you to come on in and meet each other, be able to network with other amazing 6 to 7 to 8-figure entrepreneurs. And it's going to be about 50 tickets that we're going to sell for that. So come on in. There's going to be early bird pricing. So hashtag VIP Live if you want to get more details on how you can attend GroupConvert Live. You can buy the virtual ticket. You can buy the replay virtual event ticket, or you can buy the live event ticket. So I'm really excited for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, if you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.